China's rise in green technology is causing a significant shift in the electric vehicle (EV) industry. The country's rapid industrial growth has led to high environmental costs, including high oil imports and rising demand. To address these issues, China launched the 863 program in 2000, which aimed to push innovation in high-tech industries, including clean energy and EVs. The government introduced the New Energy Vehicle (NEV) plan in the mid-2000s, focusing on battery electric vehicles, plug-in hybrids, and hydrogen fuel cells. By 2010, the government had rolled out generous subsidies for both consumers and manufacturers to make EVs affordable and encourage adoption. Public transportation was one of the first sectors to undergo electrification, with Shenzhen becoming the first city in the world to achieve this by 2018. This massive public shift could make China's new EV industry the next game changer. To achieve scale, the government backed EV adoption with strong policies and subsidies. One key factor in China's EV success is its extensive charging infrastructure. Charging stations have been set up across the country, a scale unmatched elsewhere, particularly in major cities where EV drivers can now find charging points almost as easily as gas stations. China's strategic approach to EVs has had a global ripple effect, with nations, especially in Europe, adopting similar subsidy and policy models. At the heart of China's EV industry is its dominance in battery production, with companies like CATL and BYD meeting domestic needs and exporting worldwide. By 2022, nearly 40% of all vehicles sold in China were electric, a rate far ahead of other countries. The auto industry is in the middle of a transformation, and China is at its center, pushing the boundaries of what's possible with EVs. As the rest of the world scrambles to catch up, one question remains: can anyone compete with China's electric dominance? China's breakthroughs in green technology are reshaping the EV industry and the future of electric vehicles. The Seagull, a revolutionary electric vehicle, is disrupting the market by offering both affordability and performance. Its advanced electric motor is paired with BYD's innovative lithium iron phosphate battery technology, setting a new standard for the industry. The Seagull's battery is made from readily available materials, keeping costs down while enhancing durability. This battery technology is not only cheaper but also safer, as it is less prone to overheating or catching fire. With this motor and battery combo, the Seagull can travel nearly 200 miles on a single charge, an exceptional range for a car in its price range. The Seagull's design focuses on maximum functionality at minimum cost without feeling like corners were cut. For example, the single windshield wiper reduces the number of moving components, saving on manufacturing costs, reducing weight, and minimizing potential maintenance issues. The compact hatchback is designed for city life, offering easy maneuverability, quick parking, and a spacious interior. BYD has managed to create an efficient cabin with comfortable seating, simple controls, and enough storage for everyday use. The Seagull's fast charging capability is another impressive feature, making it attractive to busy drivers who need a car that's ready to go without extended downtime. The Seagull represents a new standard in NEV affordability, setting a precedent that will force Western automakers to rethink their pricing and production strategies. BYD's unique approach to production allows them to control almost every part of the manufacturing process, from battery production to final assembly. This self-sufficiency enables BYD to keep costs low and quality high, an advantage few automakers can match. China's electric vehicles are also pushing the status quo by bringing features like self-driving, extended range, and luxury interiors to affordable cars. Companies like NIO have gone all in on autonomous driving technology, transforming their vehicles into robots on wheels. These cars are designed to assist and adapt to drivers, making every journey smoother and safer. BYD, another major player, has its own advanced driver assistance systems focused on enhancing safety and improving driving experience. The Seagull proves that top-quality EVs can be affordable for everyone, setting a new gold standard for the industry. Chinese automakers are addressing the biggest hurdles for electric vehicle adoption. The Xiongkeng Super Electric System is designed specifically for hybrid models and offers a groundbreaking range of nearly 900 miles on a single charge, making long-distance electric travel practical even outside major cities. This range-extending technology is especially crucial as Chinese automakers expand their reach internationally, as many regions lack extensive charging networks. Chinese brands are also leading in design and comfort, offering spacious interiors with luxurious seating, advanced climate control, and infotainment systems that rival the best in the industry. BYD and NIO have designed interiors that feel more luxurious than their price tags suggest. The affordability of these high-tech features is changing the game, as more consumers realize they can get premium EV features without paying a luxury price. However, the production of EV batteries requires huge amounts of lithium, cobalt, and nickel, most of which must be mined, processed, and refined. China's dominant role in this supply chain raises urgent questions about the impact on both the environment and human lives. Battery recycling has become a key strategy to reduce the need for new mining, with leading companies like CATL and BYD building facilities to make this process more efficient. Another approach China is exploring is second-life applications for EV batteries. When a battery no longer holds enough charge to power a car, it can still be useful in other ways. Chinese companies are experimenting with reusing these retired batteries in large-scale energy storage systems, which can stabilize power grids and store energy from renewable sources like wind and solar. The electric vehicle (EV) supply chain is facing growing scrutiny due to the environmental impact and ethical concerns surrounding the mining of cobalt. Cobalt, a key component in the EV industry, has been linked to exploitative labor practices, particularly in the Democratic Republic of Congo. As a major player in the battery market, China is deeply involved in this controversial supply chain. In response to growing awareness and criticism, some Chinese companies are taking steps to improve the ethics of their supply chains by increasing transparency, sourcing cobalt from certified mines that adhere to ethical standards, and investing in alternative battery chemistries that require less or even no cobalt. This shift not only addresses ethical concerns but also stabilizes the supply chain, which is vulnerable to price fluctuations and political instability in mining regions. However, the demand for EV batteries is growing at a breakneck pace, and the race to secure materials is intensifying. For every electric car on the road, more resources are extracted, more water is consumed, and more vulnerable communities feel the impact. Chinese EVs are changing the game, challenging legacy brands that have long dominated the automotive market. Traditional car giants are under pressure to adapt or risk falling behind. Chinese EVs are quickly winning over consumers in Europe, emerging markets in Latin America, and parts of Asia, offering affordable alternatives to traditional gasoline cars without the high costs associated with many Western electric models. Tesla, the dominant EV manufacturer in the US, has taken note of the growing influence of Chinese automakers and is closely monitoring potential US policies that could restrict the use of Chinese technology in electric vehicles. Ford CEO Jim Farley has warned that American automakers can no longer afford to be complacent and must rethink their approach to EV production. Chinese automakers are gaining global traction in the electric vehicle market, but they also face challenges. One of the biggest issues is the lack of charging infrastructure in rural areas, which could limit the appeal of Chinese EVs in regions where long-distance travel is common. The gradual removal of government subsidies that have helped fuel the industry's growth has created new pressures for Chinese manufacturers to keep costs low without relying on government support. As the industry matures, Chinese automakers will need to find ways to sustain their growth independently and continue delivering affordable EVs without sacrificing quality. China's dominance in battery production has not happened overnight. The country invested in battery technology years ago, laying the foundation for its current leadership in the EV market. Chinese battery manufacturers foresaw the growing demand for electric vehicles, EVs, and invested early in battery technology. Today, China produces more than 70% of the world's lithium-ion batteries, the primary power source for EVs. This lead comes largely from industry giants like CATL, BYD, and CALB, which collectively supply a significant share of the global market. China's battery companies continue to push technology forward. For example, CATL has developed a fast-charging battery that provides 317 miles of range after just a 10-minute charge. This innovation could make EVs more practical for both daily commutes and long trips alike. China is also addressing battery waste and environmental concerns through advanced recycling technologies. These processes recover valuable materials such as lithium, cobalt, and nickel from old batteries, reducing the need for new mining. Beyond recycling, China is exploring second-life applications for EV batteries, repurposing them for energy storage systems and making EV production more sustainable. China's dominance in battery production extends beyond technology, it also controls critical resources. Chinese companies have secured strong supply chains for raw materials, sourcing lithium, cobalt, and nickel through partnerships in Africa, South America, and Asia. This tight grip on resources allows Chinese companies to maintain low costs and steady production, an advantage over competitors who are more vulnerable to price fluctuations and supply shortages. Despite its leadership, China's battery industry faces challenges, particularly regarding the environmental and ethical implications of mining. Extracting lithium and cobalt has significant environmental costs and raises ethical concerns over labor practices, especially in places like the Democratic Republic of Congo. In response, Chinese companies are investing in more sustainable mining practices and researching ways to minimize cobalt use in batteries, aiming to make production both cleaner and more ethical. Please subscribe to our channel Beyond the Legacy.